Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. We're going to be using the Honda CB 1300RM, or the 1300, however you want to say it, and we're going to be here in Okayama testing it out. Part of the Power Naked group that has just literally come out now, the DLC. I think it came out 2 or 3 days ago, so I wanted to cover this one sooner rather than later. Usually with my Ride 4 content recently, because of MotoGP 21, I've sort of fallen behind a little bit with it. So I wanted to make sure I got this one done and dusted, ready for today, so you guys can get a little bit of feedback on my bikes so far, or at least the bikes in this review, let's say. And I gotta say, this Honda CB is really, really good. I quite like this one. It seems to be rather shifty. Of course, it is the race-modified version. The other one isn't as nimble, but it's still very, very good. But I do really enjoy the bike selected so far. And it's been a while since I really chucked a naked bike round Okayama, so it's a nice combination to have a nice, smooth naked bike with a gentle throttle around a wonderful, small but quaint track. I do enjoy this very much. I just want to make a quick apology to the guys who wanted a MotoGP 21 video here today. My voice has been taking a bit of a hounding recently, and I was unable to actually record that one. I was trying to record it and my voice was just going, so I do apologise, but I went for something a little bit more relaxing today in this form of Ride 4. But once again, I do apologise. I'm trying to balance a lot of content out in such a small amount of time I have available with my job and, of course, YouTube as well. But once again, guys, I do apologise. So we now move across to Interlagos on board the Honda CB 1300RM. Now, I've never really been a fan of Interlagos. It's not my favourite track in the world, but I don't mind doing it every now and again, and I'm quite glad that it's wet, because it chucks in a whole new avenue of mistakes and difficulty, which I really, really enjoy. And not many people do fancy the wet tracks, but I quite like them. I do actually prefer wet weather in real life opposed to sunny weather. I know that sounds a bit weird and miserable, but I much prefer colder climates and rather than scorching, blazing temperatures. Because, I mean, I do live in England, I'm from England, and we are very, very well accustomed to bad weather, so yes, that makes sense on my part. So we're now going to turn 6 for Ferrudara. It's probably not wise for me to try and pronounce any of these track names, because it's really difficult to get the core names in this Brazilian track. I don't really understand how to pronounce them. I do give it a good old try every now and again, like this one, Pinheiro. I tried it and it butchered it. But on board the Honda CB, let's get back to the actual bike itself. Probably my favourite one out of the group so far, and it is going to hurt some of the Team Green fans because I tried the Kawasaki and I didn't quite like it as much as this magnificent Honda CB 1300RM. Surprised we didn't get a penalty there by going on to the outside of the track, but thankfully no penalty was given, so we can now charge to the finish line. Just a couple more corners to go up on the left hand side here for turn 14 for the Subida dos boxes, as we now push and push. And I'll tell you what, these difficulties on this time trials have gone a little bit better recently, as we're only going to beat this one by about 4 seconds. So now it's time for a race. Let's move over to Cadwell Park, one of the best circuits in the world. It's quite sunny here in Britain, so we're going to tackle Cadwell Park in the sunshine as we get a big wheelie coming out. Oh, and carnage has already occurred. Oh, and more carnage. We get bumped up the rear twice, actually, as I just seen Chester Anderson, another favourite of the Ride 4 community, and Jax Murray. Not seen Johnny Glamour or Boojang Bengana in a while. I've actually, tell a lie, we did see Johnny Glamour just a couple of days ago when we checked out the Mondial Piaggio. I might have messed that pronunciation up again just after Antonio Barber told me. If I did, once again, I do apologise. It's so difficult to remember all these pronunciations in different languages, especially when, well, British people are rather ignorant to languages in general. I do my best, but I usually make a butchery. We now go around the outside of Chester Anderson. We might be able to have attack on Yoko Fujikawa as the opportunity arises. I do feel rather quick here, and I do fancy getting out to the front and leading the Grand Prix the best way possible. And we're going to get closer and closer to Yoko Fujikawa to show her a front wheel, or potentially go around the outside. That would have been a beautiful move if we could go around the outside there as well. Oh, my lord. Completely messed that one up. I'm much used to the heavier feelings of the likes of Rims Racing and the heavier bikes in MotoGP 21. I completely misunderstood how to get into that corner there, and I completely missed someone crashing them. Was that Chester Anderson who just hit the dirt? Someone crashed ahead of us and to the left-hander. And now, oh, another crash has gone. Oh, I thought the bike was going to come up with the inside then and potentially take out DrAce, but thank goodness that didn't occur today. as Kate Stewart is now into the lead with Yoko Fujikawa demoted to second, and now DrAce pinches second. So it's now Stewart and Grant battling it out for the victory. Not sure where my overtake is going to come. Probably at the end of this little bit of a straight here, if you can call it a straight. It's got undulation. It's very nifty and windy as we go round the outside. That is beautifully done, and we are now hard on the brakes, gently braking in. Nice and tight braking zone there for turn 4. Going quite close to the apex, but not absolutely ragging it around, so it's going pretty well as we go into the Chris curve. Now onto the right hand side once again for the gooseneck. Get ready to then to chuck it to the left hand side. You don't want to chuck it too abruptly there. If you chuck it a little bit too abruptly, you will find the bike will just get out of shape. The rear will probably not grip, and then you'll end up crashing. So down into Mansfield, we're going to be charging over now to turn 9, the difficult left-hander. Nice and easy on the brakes there to the left-hand side. Flick it to the right. I went a little bit off track there once again for the mountain, but we did all right. Nice gentle acceleration over the mountain. Means that you don't just chuck the bike up into the air. If you give it too much acceleration, think wheelie time. And when the wheelie happens, it's probably over. So going into the hairpin, and just speaking about wheelies, we just wheelie it almost into oblivion. Goodness me, I don't think my throat could take a scream today if I almost took it. I almost went for it anyway. But I'm absolutely going for it here in the Cadwell Park Grand Prix. One of the best Grand Prix ever, in my opinion. I can't wait for British Superbike this year as well, actually. I do believe it starts in July. But I also read that they're only going to allow 4,000 spectators, of course, who will be separated and will not be close together and wearing masks, etc. I'm avoiding using particular words regarding the C19 stuff because YouTube doesn't like it, so that's why I'm avoiding certain words there. If you're wondering, the word you're looking for is SD, of course. But yeah, they were doing all the sort of things in place to make sure that no one stood together, and they're all going to be wearing protection and whatnot. But yes, I don't understand why it's only allowed 4,000 people. I'm pretty certain we can fit in more there and still maintain the same parameters. So yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, I really wanted to go to Ollerton Park this year. It's not that far away from my home, so I really hope if we do end up going there and there's no issues, I can still go. But we'll see in the future, of course. And if anyone is going to Ollerton Park, let me know. It would be great to meet up with the other aces, and we can all have a good old shindig, depending if they allow us in the track, if you will. I couldn't think what it was called there as we go into the hairpin. Thankfully, no mistake like last time. As we go into the right-hand side for Barn. Charging down now, going absolutely gung-ho. Full acceleration, charging over across the line. It's a 125.825 with a little bit of penalty. But we did gain a few more tenths to Kate Stewart behind and Chester Anderson currently on the podium. So we go a little bit wide there for turn 2. I have made that mistake many times in the past by going a little bit too wide into turn 2, just kissing the grass, and then bang, the motorcycle drops to the floor. We won't be doing that now though, because we're going to be charging towards the next corner, which is turn 4, which is Park, I do believe, going on the right-hand side. Nice tight apex there as we get closer and closer to the other apex. I like going near the apexes and then chucking out to go near these sort of rumble strips and pushing forwards, like utilising all of the track if possible. Now, taking a look in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen there, there's somebody in 12th place and 11th who seem to have a torrid time. We've just passed them by, actually waved at them to let them know that we are leading the Grand Prix. I'm sure they're going to be thrilled to see DrAce taking another victory here in Cadwell Park. It's good to see the floodlights are on for no reason whatsoever. As we flick it to the right from the mountains, we get... Ooh, that was a bit close, wasn't it? Oh my goodness, I thought that was going to end right there. Going a little bit too close to the apex on the mountain, and things just got a little bit scary. The Cadwell Park is a fair but punishing track at the same time, and the mountain is definitely the reason why the latter is mentioned. It can be punishing due to the mounting. It's very, very tough. I mean, the entire track is very difficult, but it's a fun track. It challenges you in the right way. It gives you a challenge, it doesn't hold your hand, but it also appreciates the job you're doing as we get closer and closer to turn 2 once again. But definitely check out the Power Naked group. The DLC came out a couple of days ago. It's £4, £3.99 to be precise, and I would recommend it so far. It's been a nice sort of little pack to have. Not as good as some of the other previous packs, but I don't know how to say this without sounding a bit sour. I don't think the packs are really that great anyway. It's just a couple of bikes with a couple of tracks, but I like the extra content. you know, and I like extra bikes. Of course, we could all go down the avenue that we do feel like we should have had all these old bikes before, but still, I'm happy. I'm a tough customer to disappoint. I'm quite happy with everything so far. So we're now going to turn 9, nice tight apex once again. Turn 10, another tight apex, and then... Oh, are you kidding me? I haven't got the ability to shout today! Oh, my goodness! Crashing into the mountain. I told you it was punishing, guys. I told you it was punishing. It doesn't love... It doesn't... It doesn't love anyone. It's just... It's not racist, it's not horrible, it just doesn't care for anyone that particular corner. Either do it right or don't do it at all, it basically said. I've had 4 chances already and I've scuppered my chances every single time of doing it properly, so the game said, no more, you're going to crash. But guys, chalk up another victory for DrAce as we have won once again here in Cadwell Park on board the Honda CB 1300RM. But guys, thank you very much for watching. I do apologise again for not bringing you MotoGP 21 content today. As you can tell, I think my voice is not sounding too grand. But guys, upon that note, I really appreciate all the support you guys give me. A like, comment and subscribe is always, always appreciated. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload. And upon that note, guys, thank you for watching and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.